Hello, everyone. Welcome to Political Football. This is season 6 of Political Football. Scott, Clev, can you guys believe it?
Yeah.
That time of year again. Here we go.
So Cleve says that time of year again. I'm up to about 300 fantasy football teams. So
what is your exposure to the most dangerous player you have? Or what's making you the most afraid or scared about a player?
The most dangerous player I have would be the player that I have the most of that is somewhat expensive, which would be Bayashel Tutin. Cleve, that is a real person. Bayashel Tutin he's a rookie running back for the Jags, drafted in the 4th round. He goes around pick 120.
Why is he going ahead of Tank Bigsby in these drafts?
Because Tutin has a pass-catching profile, and Tank Bigsby is one of the worst pass-catching running backs in the history of the NFL, statistically.
He was fine at Ole Miss, where he was okay there.
Auburn, yeah, he was fine.
Same place.
I mean, to me, it is. But
he did have some horrific drops that turned into picks and fumbles and all kinds of other nonsense last year. But I still don't. I mean, I understand he's got a passing game profile, but he's a rookie and he's probably behind 2 running backs to start. I know it doesn't matter so much.
So here's the thing. Here's the reason. The Jags have a new head coach.
Yep.
The head coach coming from Tampa Bay, where they did what they did with Bucky Irving last year, right? Travis Etienne is going to be out of there after this year, no matter what. Tank Bigsby or Big Tanksby or whatever his name is, literally could not. Yeah, he could not catch a football if his life depended on it. He had 0.5 yards per route run. That means every time he ran a route last year, he gained half a yard, which is one of the 5 worst marks up for any running back with over 100 routes in NFL history. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
But
as a runner, though.
Sure, but Tutin is the only running back on this team that this staff has acquired. So by the end of this season, which one's most likely to be playing the most? It's him. That's the gamble anyways, but it's risky.
Yeah, but if he goes Bucky Irving, I mean, I get it, but I think people are ignoring Bigsby. Etienne, I understand. I don't even know that he's going to make it out of
first.
Go ahead, Cleve.
First off, Tank Bigsby is a great running back, man. Second of all, Scott, what's a horrific drop? What's horrific? What's a horrific drop? Like you said, horrific drops. Like I'm thinking writing the numbers like Jackie Smith.
Like roll out to he's out in the flat by himself and the ball hits him in both hands and pops straight up in the air and it gets picked. Like that happened, stuff like that. Dave, how many times did that happen last year?
All the times.
He had some drops that it would have been a drop. That kind of stuff.
So the boomer reference would be Featherstone in Longest Yard in Unnecessary Roughness. Dave, you probably know what I'm talking about. Scott should know. It's Featherstone in Unnecessary Roughness. Scott Bakula was the quarterback. College. You don't remember that movie? Wow.
I don't. I've seen it, but it doesn't mean I remember.
Yeah. Featherstone was a guy. He great route runner. He's a route god, but he could not catch a cold in Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's Dontavian Wicks. Okay. Yeah. That's a real person, Cleve. He plays for the Packers.
Any other Packers receiver for that matter?
Jesus.
Yeah, his hands looked really rough last year. He's got more natural hands than what he showed last year. But Dave, to your point, if it's week 15, week 14, or whatever, and Tutin has shown some chops in the passing game, he should be effective. But I think everybody's banking on him turning into Bucky Irving for Liam Cohen when I don't know, but the year before it was Rachaad White in that offense. So I don't think it's a bad gamble to gamble on both of those guys.
So to set up what we're going to do tonight for the audience, Cleve, no, it's a perfect segue. It's perfect. Cleve is busy and has a real job that isn't connected to football. And so for the last couple months, he has not been as tuned in as he's going to be from now on through the season. Scott and I are arguing about which running back should be number 2 on the Jacksonville depth chart. It is July 30th. So for that reason, what up, Ben? So for that reason, we are going to have Cleve blind
bet.
guess the win totals for every team in the NFL coming up this year.
And this is always a good time in a few months when we go
Favorite
back
part of the
and
year.
revisit this.
Yes, and it's always fun too when through discussing these things, Cleve figures out who's on what team, who coaches who now.
Or when Scott predicts the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl again.
That's going to be in a few weeks. That'll be the day
Wow.
before the season. That episode's the day before the season. We'll do our season predictions. Hey, Cleve, who's the new defensive coordinator for Ohio State?
Jim Shula?
It is
I
Matt
have no
Patricia.
fucking clue. You're kidding, Mr. Pencilini back of the ear.
Nope, Fat Matt Pat
Wow.
is
Wow.
the new DC for
It's
Ohio
finding
State.
work.
So
It's finding
Now-
work.
last year when we did this, so I went back to pull up what Cleve said last for the teams last year because I keep a spreadsheet. I forgot to update it.
Mhm.
I just went to look like 10 minutes ago. So I have time to go back to listen to the episode and put it in there. So I don't have what Cleve said specifically for last year for these teams, but I have last year's win totals and last year's actual record, and then the win total predictions for this year. After Cleve says how many games he thinks each team will win, I'll give him a reminder of how many games they won last year and what the actual win total
That works.
is for this year. So
That actually works better.
Yeah. I just remember like last year, I think you said 3 teams in the AFC North were going to win at least 14 games. So,
Yeah.
so I wasn't sure how that math,
I
how
know.
that math was mathed. Okay, and we're also going to go in alphabetical order. That way, you can't really keep the divisions in mind as you go. So, we like to make it nice and easy on Cleve here for this exercise. So first up here, I have 2 open. Hang on one second. One of these is definitely wrong. That is the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay, Cleve, the Arizona Cardinals. How many games will Arizona win this year?
6.
Cleve says 6 games. Last year they went 8-9. Their win total this year is 8.5.
Okay.
I was much higher on Arizona last year than I should have been, and I am going to fall for it again. I like Arizona to be competing for a 6 or 7 seed, one of the last playoff spots with 2 weeks to go in the season. Like it's the week after Christmas, and we're like, wait a second, Arizona is the 5th seed?
We think the 49ers are going to take a step back a little bit.
No, I think the 49ers are going to win. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. Okay, I'll say it.
No,
I think the 49ers are going to win like 97 games this year.
Okay.
So I don't want to prejudice Cleve for his own prediction. But yeah, I think the 49ers are going to crush this year. But I think Arizona has a chance to kind of make a good stride and definitely finish in a sort of wild card position. Cleve does not. Cleve has them winning 6 games. So he thinks that Joe Gannon's getting fired. Everybody's getting fired.
Their defense is I think their defense is going to be pretty tough in a lot of ways. I mean, they've added a lot of playmaking on that defense. Walter Nolan in round 1 and Will Johnson in round 2. It's all about Kyler, period. And if Kyler Murray can play to the level that they've paid him to play at, I think they'll progress a little from last year. But if there's injuries or if he regresses a touch, Cleve could be right on the money on that kind of a team.
Yeah, I mean, I think this
he's got to have a good September.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, but I would say 8.5. I think is a good number because 9 and 8 they're right on the cusp of the playoffs. 8 and 9 they do miss it by a little bit. I just don't think they're going to be terrible. Like I think their floor is actually pretty high this year. Cleve, the Atlanta Falcons.
9 games.
Okay, he has Atlanta winning 9 games. Their last year they went 8 and 9. Their win total this year is 7.5. So you are a little hot on Atlanta. Does this mean you're coming around? You're now a Michael Penix guy?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
It's okay. It's okay. You can say it out loud.
I'm getting there.
Yep, you heard it here first.
getting
Cleve is a big Penix guy.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Pause.
There you go, Scott. There you go.
I finally caught up.
So
Yeah, there you go. It's good stuff.
I think Atlanta is going to be really fun. I have a ton of them, a ton of their players all over drafts, and I have a bet on Michael Penix to lead the league in passing at 30-1. And Drake London to lead the league in receiving at 30-1.
Are you going to couple that 30-1 bet with Penix and just bet him to win the MVP? I mean, if he leads the league in passing, it's not out of the realm.
No, but if he can lead the league in passing because his team's losing all the time and you have to win a bunch of games to be MVP. So he could throw for 5,000 yards because they're 6-11 and they're losing in every second half. So that would prevent that, which I think is going to happen. Also, because I think Bijan plays good in the passing game, I just think they're going to have to throw the ball like crazy. Cleve, how old is Kyle Pitts?
This is 27.
He is 24.
What?
Yes.
It's like he's been in the league for like 1,000 years.
Yeah, he came in the same years as Jamar Chase and Penei Sewell and Justin Fields and all them. He's only 24.
Are you going back to
wild?
I am going to go back to the Kyle Pitts well, mainly because he's a lot cheaper now, and tight ends get better as time goes. Like, it takes them a little while, so I'm going to go back to it again. I won't have 30% like I did the last couple of years, but
I like the idea out of camp that they're lining out him up as a big receiver. Doesn't mean that they're going to do that when it comes to September time.
Alex,
but like deploy him that way.
Yeah. Nice easy looks, short routes. It doesn't have to be a deep seam route. Like you could throw him a little 5-yard out, and let him throw somebody off of him and run for a while. Cleve, the Baltimore Ravens.
I got them on a playoff run, so let's go 14.
14 is the prediction for Baltimore. Last year they went 12-5. Their win total this year is 11.5. So they do have a nice healthy win total. 14 wins would be pretty impressive in that division and with that schedule for them to do. But I also have them to nobody's shot going on a playoff run.
Well, they're gonna kick the shit out of Pittsburgh. Like, are we seriously think Pittsburgh is gonna be that good?
I think Pittsburgh typically beats Baltimore in Pittsburgh. I think they split that series like every year.
Without old man Rodgers.
I mean, that's true. That's very true.
That's why
and they're gonna take 2 from Cleveland.
Alex in the chat putting his predictions in there as well. Please, anybody else in the chat want to throw your predictions in there too, so we can
what's up, Alex?
So we can see.
That's Scott's right on with me. They sweep the Browns, and they're gonna.
What about the Bengals?
Twice. I don't know. I'm still a Joe Burrow guy, although he's on a team that sucks, but he's a great quarterback.
Yeah, I mean they could be 5-1 coming out of that division. They could be, or 4-2 at worst.
And they get lucky, with the schedule. They play the NFC North, and they get Detroit in Baltimore. They don't have to go to Detroit.
I didn't think about
which
that.
Is nice. By the way, the Lions lost that battle for every single thing on the schedule. We'll get to them coming up here. Yeah, I think the Ravens once again going to be good. Lamar Jackson should compete for his 3rd straight MVP. Oh, that's right. They gave a pity award to Josh Allen last year. Speaking of pity awards to Josh Allen, Cleve, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh man, actually, I got them going 12. On 12.
12 wins for Buffalo. Last year they were 13-4. Win total again 11.5. So
Cleve's all over it.
You're doing pretty good. You're a little under on Arizona.
Nothing in front of me. It's nothing in front of me.
Yeah, but you got
Yeah.
you're sort of right there. So far, you've got the good teams good, bad teams bad, that sort of thing. But here comes one that I think could be a little bit tricky. Carolina.
I think they take a massive shit. So 7, yeah, about 7 games. I think
So
Bryce goes back to a pumpkin.
So Carolina
I-
is represented a massive shit is 7 games. Their win total is 6.5. Last year they won 5 games. So they would actually be improving by 2 games and beating their win total with if they won 7 games, Cleve. I don't think Bryce Young is going to regress at all. I think Dave Canales is a great coach for him. They added Ted McMillan in the draft. I think that I think he's going to be fine. I don't think he's ever going to be great. We're never going to be like, wow, remember how he was the first overall pick? But I think he's going to be fine this year. Scott, what do you think?
He was. Yeah.
He showed last year there was a significant jump. He got benched. He came back. There was a little bit more flash in his game, a little bit more. There was just good vibes around the way he played. And last year, specifically towards the end of the season, he had that distributor point guard stuff going, which is the tempo of his game. I thought he looked great at the end of the season last year, given how he looked his first year and then what he looked like to get benched. If he keeps that going, I have kind of hopes that he's going to turn into a pretty productive player. I don't think he's ever going to be a 5,000 yard, 40 touchdown guy, but the distributor stuff, the layering of throws, the anticipatory stuff, it was all pretty impressive at the end of the season last year. I would take, I don't know what his, personal overs and under is for total touchdowns or yards, or that kind of stuff. I think he could play really good this year and still not put up great numbers. And I think he will. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's sort of where I am as well. I'm drafting a lot of him right now as well. Mainly because he's cheap. And I think Ted McMillan is way too cheap. And I think Chuba Hubbard is way too cheap. So we just end up with a lot of cheap stack to build out there. Plus you can get Jalen Coker whenever you want, Jatavian Sanders whenever you want. So to me, Carolina is a good cheap team to build. Okay, here comes a very interesting one. The Chicago Bears.
Well, you guys know I'm not a big Caleb guy, so I'm teetering 8, but it might be 7 games, but I'll give him a gimme. So I'll give him 8 games.
So last year they were 5-12. This year their win total is 8.5. So once again, you are hitting right on the number. A couple things to remember for this offseason. They hired Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator from the Lions, to be their head coach. They drafted Colston Loveland with the 10th overall pick, and they drafted Luther Burden early in the 2nd round, another wide receiver. The first 3 things they did in free agency was sign 3 interior offensive linemen, since Caleb Williams took a sack on conservatively 97% of his dropbacks last year. Cleve, you want to hear a crazy stat? Just an insane stat. This is Rich Rebar from Smart Football found this. Last year, Roma Dunze ran 144 routes on plays where there was no target.
Oh, man, track star.
So, so he's out there running around, and Williams either getting sacked or throwing the ball away or fumbling or whatever. But 144 routes, no target on the play.
It's crazy.
Wow. That's wild.
How many interceptions did Caleb Williams throw over his final 14 games last year? 2.
Yeah. I was going to say
it's a really interesting stat, right?
Yeah, I don't remember being on his issue is taking sacks. His issue is not turning the ball over.
Sacks, but
if you take a bunch of sacks, you have to punt. But
he would not put the ball. It's a good number for him. He wouldn't put the ball in harm's way. But
I mean that's also on attempts. Like if you're not throwing a lot, you're not being intercepted if you're not throwing a lot. So
Yeah, but they
that's
also
not
lost.
a good indicator.
Yeah.
But they also lost their last 9 straight games. Remember the Hail Mary against the Commanders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost
Who could
every game
forget
after
that?
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
You can cherry pick some stuff out of a season, but Dave's right. The sacks are, the sacks are a problem. I don't know how the Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams marriage is going to go. I don't know.
Because Ben Johnson is an absolute taskmaster and he's out there like Major Payne, and Caleb Williams is not that.
Yeah.
If this year doesn't work out, he's going to get his guy next year. The coach does have a right to get his guy. He's inheriting a guy.
Yeah, but I think it's different because Caleb was there before. To me, it's a little different. He picked his spot. He picked where he wanted to be.
Yeah.
He tied himself to Caleb Williams. They are going to sink. They're going to have success or they're going to fail together. I think that if Caleb does come around, it's not going to necessarily be this year. I think this offense is going to take a little time for him to really. It's going to take time, and I don't know how it's going to go for Ben Johnson. The frustration that he's already displaying is, it reeks to me of like there's some Matt Patricia as a Lions head coach right away.
Yeah, Cleve, for Ben Johnson, I want you to picture the nerdiest white guy you've ever worked with, accounting department, accounts receivable, something like that, and they give him the personality of Sergeant Slaughter.
That's
details,
great.
That he wants the details so fine for these guys, and that's going to be problematic for Caleb Williams.
So, do you think that he's going to be given enough rope? Ben Johnson, that is.
I don't know.
Like where he gets this year to,
I would think Ben Johnson's got time there.
Yeah, and he's going to have Caleb as quarterback for at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah. It's just a matter of can they get the ship steered in the right direction to hope. I mean, like Dave said, you have Rome Odunze, you have DJ Moore, you have DeAndre Swift, you have Cole Kmet. You have a bunch of money that you then threw at the interior of your offensive line. You took Darnell Wright 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years, whenever that was. There's a lot going on there. You add Colston Loveland and Luther Burden to the mix, and if he still fails with all of that stuff going on, it's
it's on him. Yeah.
Yep. Cleve, Cincinnati Bengals.
We just talked about Joe Burrow guy. Well, obviously last year they got the shit kicked out of him a lot, like early. Slow starters. I'll give them comeback year. I'll give them 8 games. I kind of think Burrow's gonna step it up a little bit more. So I just got 11. Okay.
Yeah. So last year the Bengals finished 9-8, and their win total this year is 9.5. So you're actually a little bit cold on Cincinnati. And 8 wins definitely doesn't make the playoffs. And Scott, I think 8 wins gets Zach Taylor fired.
Yeah, it could. Cleve, I think you nailed it with what you said. They got to come out a little hotter than they have. Teams. Yeah,
they traditionally they're slow starters.
Yeah, and teams have punted on the first couple games of the regular season over the last couple years by not playing anybody in the preseason. And I understand the safety aspect of things, but if you're Cincinnati and you want to and you really want to be rolling week 1, you could do that. You could play these guys in the preseason. I know it's risky, but you're almost punting on the first 4 games of the season to get the Lions do the same kind of stuff. Like maybe the approach is you should be playing these guys for, at least in preseason games. Yeah.
Well, in defense of the Bengals, they can't play their guys in preseason because none of them are under contract yet.
That's whose fault is that?
Like, Dave,
Jesus.
they shouldn't
good
play.
Point, Dave. That was a good point.
They can't pay these guys if they're sitting in jail, Dave. Come on.
I didn't know Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart was sitting in jail.
It's unbelievable he said that.
Yeah. The only
That's the old Marvin Lewis.
Yeah. The only Bengal that's under contract is Jermaine Burton, who I'm pretty sure is either in jail now or will be shortly.
Come on, they're all signed now. Everybody's happy there. It's all good.
They signed Hendrickson too?
He showed up today. He's back.
He showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's under contract. He's back. He's in the building.
Oh, great. I resolved. No
Shamar
issues
Stewart
there.
got signed a couple days ago. It's all good. Everybody's happy.
Yeah. I was really hoping Shamar Stewart would try to go back to Texas A&M. I really want to see that tested legally. Now the college kids can have agents.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he wins.
This makes it.
I don't know.
Alex says, I predict the fastest start for the Bengals this year. They finished well. The Browns and Steelers are 4 wins for them.
They need to start hot. They really do.
We can't forget that the offensive line for the Bengals is the 3 of us and the 3 people in the chat.
Probably true.
Which makes the Steelers and Browns particularly tough for them with TJ Watt and Myles Garrett.
But it makes this mic's bugging out tonight. It makes Burrow's numbers were like gaudy. Like
yes.
In spite of that, like it's just the record of the team screwed him. And he was an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of the AFC North, Cleve, your Cleveland Browns.
They're
now,
getting
before
like
you
3
answer,
games.
you should know
up.
if you haven't followed the camp news. Kenny Pickett did get hurt.
Oh, that's gonna swing things.
That means Shador is now 4th on the depth chart.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not high on them at all. They might get 4 wins, bro. I might get 4 wins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their win total is 4.5. 5.5. Okay, 5.5 on Cleveland for this year. Last year they did manage to go. Oh, they went 3-14 last year. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong team. Yeah, so last year they went 3-14.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Now, of course, the Browns, Cleve, traded down from number 2, traded out of Travis Hunter. They take Mason Graham, the defensive tackle from Michigan, at 5. And then with another pick they picked up from Jacksonville for this trade, they took Quinshon Judkins, running back from Ohio State. Quinshon Judkins then drafted felonious domestic battery in the 1st round. It is currently awaiting legal trouble. Obvious suspension come from the NFL. Nobody's saying anything in this guy's defense. It seems like it's pretty bad. As of right now, the woman involved is full go with pressing charges. So, yeah.
And
Quinshon football player battery, it's not good, bro. It's not good.
Yeah.
When you hear football player battery.
Yeah. And as Scott just pointed out, Quinshon Judkins is not signed by the Browns yet. So what if they just choose not to sign him and just let the pick burn and he just never gets any money?
They may not sign him.
Yeah, I
don't know how they're going to
look for him.
Their contract because all the legal stuff is yet to play out. Are you really going to give him a bunch of money?
Yeah, and the other interesting, Cleve, is that the player right in front of him and the player right behind him, even though they were 2nd-round picks, both got fully guaranteed contracts for the rookie contract. So Judkins' agent is like, well, my guy needs a fully guaranteed contract too. And they're like, well, maybe you should have thought about that if you started throwing hands at women. But
yeah, a little bit.
But the agent's going to argue like, hey, if you want to sign my guy, you need to sign him the way the other guys were signed. So I can see that.
And one of the guaranteed money dudes was a player for the Browns.
Yes.
So it's like, this is the precedent. 2 picks.
Is there like video? Is there like
I've heard rumors of video, but I've not seen it.
He better hope it's not a video, bro. He's cooked. It just sounds, the optics of it is bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Now, this is not me reporting. This is me recounting things I've read. online, which makes it sound like I'm reading like crazy forums. I'm not. These are things from like reports and whatever, but nobody should take what I'm saying as like me reporting this. This is absolute truth or anything. But my understanding is that
Ben.
Ben says Houston might sign him just based on how they do business.
It's brutal, Ben. That's brutal.
Is he from Texas?
No, Ben is from the
not Ben Judkins.
Oh, Judkins. No,
we know
maybe
Ben's.
Yeah. No, Ben's a Michigander. I wonder. Judkins went to Ole Miss and then Ohio State, which is 2 red flags. Anyways, the incident happened, and then like a couple days later, this is my understanding. A couple days later, the woman went out to see family, friends, something like that, and they were like, "Hey, what the hell is all this? What happened?" And then she was like, "Okay, we'll go press charges." Like once they said it, right? Because she, on the fence, so I want you to ruin this guy's opportunity, whatever. But to me,
you can't show up with bruises,
right? But if it's a couple days later and the people are like, what happened to your face? That's a pretty bad sign for the case.
Yeah,
like that. That's really bad. So he's in a ton of trouble. It's also the second straight year Cleveland has done this, taking a second round player of Ohio State who immediately hit a woman and ran into legal trouble.
On brand.
And I would say that's an Ohio State problem, but in their defense, they did actually get rid of Urban Meyer finally. So I don't think it's an Ohio State thing anymore. Now that Urban Meyer is gone. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I think they're gonna miss the playoffs. 11. Does 11 get you the playoffs or no? In that division?
11 would probably get you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'll give them 11. I'll give everybody deserves a gimme. There's a gimme.
A mass shooting.
A mass shooting. Okay. So Dallas 11. Last year they went 7-10. Their win total this year is 7.5.
Wow.
Cleve, how did they get to 11?
Well, they'd have to.
How did they get to
Giants? They got to score points like crazy, right?
Yes, they have to sweep the Giants, split with the Commander, or probably sweep the Commanders, split with the Eagles, beat up some also Rams. But like
Dak would have to have the craziest season.
Yeah, I mean they could.
Well, he got shredded for Cabo.
This would be one of the most fun 11-win teams ever because their defense is not going to be good enough.
No.
So they would have a lot of like 38-31, 34-27. Dak MVP would be crazy. CD Lamb Offensive Player of the Year probably if they were able to do this because the defense is like Micah Parsons and 10 Uber drivers. So yeah, it would be.
I loved who they took in round 2 this year.
And who they take in round 2?
Azaraku.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have
9 Uber drivers.
9 Uber drivers. That's right. So yeah, if they were to win 11 games, it would be one of the most fun 11-win seasons we've ever seen because it would just be points everywhere.
Just on brand for the show, I'm going to stand on that. All right, I always make a ridiculous one. So yeah, let's stamp that.
Yeah, and the thing is, Dallas has almost everything you need to be a good team. They've got the quarterback, the wide receiver, and the pass rusher. What they're missing is a solid offensive line and coaching. And Brian Schottenheimer has never been a head coach in the league before, but his times as an OC have never really impressed me all that much. And I don't want to say if he wasn't a Schottenheimer, he wouldn't be coaching in the NFL, but
Art Smith says hi.
Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps.
It doesn't help losing Guyton. I think Guyton's out for 6 weeks. He's going to miss. My guess is he'll go on PUP.
Okay.
The first rounder from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He'll probably miss the first 4 games. He has what is reported to be a small fracture. They thought it may have been a torn ACL, but he got lucky, avoided that. but he's got a little fracture in his knee,
That's
in
good.
something in and around the knee joint. So it's either
Damn.
tibia fibula or what do they call those fractures at the top of the fibula? Maybe whatever they are.
Like where the fibula meets the it'd be where the fibula meets the tibia.
So it's essentially where when the femur kind of compresses down on the
Jesus.
fibula and just chips a little piece of the bone off of one side of it. There's a name for that kind of a fracture, and I think that's what he ended up with.
Oh,
because he was laying on the field like
Not one I know.
like he tore his ACL. I'm not sure what it's called, but
yeah,
there's a name for it.
Yeah, I think chipping off bone off your femur into the rest of your leg would be unpleasant.
Probably doesn't feel great, but it's a lot better than tearing your ACL.
Yeah. Yes. Recovery is certainly a lot easier. So Ben says that I really think this will be the year where Jerry Jones kicks the bucket. And I gotta say,
that's brutal.
I think that Jerry Jones kicking the bucket would be a great boon to the Cowboys.
Damn.
I think Jerry Jones is beyond being useful as an employee of the Cowboys, but nobody could fire him. And so there's only one way he's no longer an employee of the Cowboys.
He's another owner
who's
who
got to
should
catch him on a hot mic.
Publicly. Just no more talking to the media for Jerry.
Yeah, but that's literally what he lives for. Like if Jerry Jones can't talk to the media, he may as well just pack it all in. Like that's why he's on this planet. So
it's true.
And as Lions fans, we had something similar with this with William Clay Ford. I mean, we had a horrible owner for so long that it really did take like getting this dude to clear out to turn the franchise around. And I think Jerry Jones was not always an incompetent owner. But I think
but he's been riding the coattails of his when he first bought the franchise, everything they had and the successes of those teams. He's not a great GM. That's kind of what he likes to play as. Him and his son Stephen Jones, and it's like I don't know. I mean, they've made some good picks and they have talent there, but it is just never really. It's just never come to form, for all the talent that they have. And then the mismanaging of things like Dak having like a $90 million cap hit this year is just nuts. It's,
that part.
They gave Cleve last year, they gave him a giant contract and then they restructured his deal in the same offseason to put more money onto his year one cap hit. Like,
good for him, though.
Good for Dak. Yeah. I mean, he's got
good for him. I'll take it.
Yeah. I'd take it too.
The Denver Broncos.
Oh. And I'm glad you said that. I had a teammate and a good friend since I was 7 years old, passed away a couple weeks ago. He's a huge Broncos fan. So Tone, rest in peace, bro. Sorry I didn't make it up to the funeral, but my heart's with your family. Condolences. Huge Denver fan. Like, he's one of the guys that flies out to the games and stuff like that from New Jersey. So I actually like their quarterback a lot. He's kind of grown on me. So I would say Sean Payton still, though. Fuck. Can I say 8 games or no?
Yeah.
8, you can say whatever you want. I mean, I never picked 0 and 17.
I'm trying to make the math. Since we're not going division by division, like we're just going alphabetical order, it's hard for me to think about like like that, which is a great exercise. So it's definitely challenging enough here.
Last year they went 10-7 and made the playoffs. This year their win total is 9.5. So you actually came in a little bit under on Denver.
Yeah. There's always a game. There's always a trap game somewhere for somebody.
I think that entire division's a trap division. I think it's gonna be tough to fish all the way around. But yeah, Bo Nix was very good in the role they had him play last year. It's gonna be the same role again this year. I'm trying to think of their offseason additions. They added Evan Ingram, the tight end.
Very important.
They drafted RJ Harvey in the second round.
J.K. Dobbins.
They signed
He's still in
J.K.
the league?
Dobbins. Well,
Yeah.
Still in the league?
his knees aren't. They're still on the turf in Baltimore, but
He's
J.K.
around.
Dobbins is on the Broncos.
It's like he wrote Harry Potter. Like, name sounds crazy, bro. J.K. Dobbins. He's an author.
He was pretty effective at times last year for the Chargers.
I used to know what J.K. stood. Now I got to know. I used to know what J.K. stood for.
Because he went to Ohio State, you were stalking him.
If he's going to J.K., it's probably
Jacalyn. Yeah, I knew that.
Jacalyn. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, so I think 8 is a solid number for Denver, but I think they have a huge range of outcomes. I think their defense is going to be good. They have a good coach. The quarterback fits what they want to do. It's just they could go anywhere between 0-4 and 4-0 against the Chargers and the Chiefs. And that swings
the Chiefs are beatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs are beatable. Like that style last year, and we'll get to them. That style last year, I mean, they were pulling out games like out of a magic show. I don't think that's gonna happen again this year. I think they're gonna take some L's this year.
Well, good. We have to keep that in mind because they'll be up before too long. Okay, Cleve, don't make me throw you off the show. The Detroit Lions.
I one game away from the big dance, and I think you guys can run it back.
2 games away this year. 1 game away the year before.
2 games away. All right. Yeah. So I'll give you guys the 14 games then.
Cleve has the Lions winning 14 games this year. Now, last year the Lions went 15
and the
2.
Division.
Yeah,
and the division.
Well, 14, it better win the division. Although we need.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they
do it.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, but
last year, and the win total this year is 10.5. Cleve, I made a bet a little while ago at plus 200 for the Lions to miss the playoffs.
Why?
To miss the playoffs? Yeah. Why would you do that?
Because of their schedule, combined with their division. So obviously in the division, they have the Packers, Vikings, and Bears, right? You have the Bears as probably the worst team in the division, and you have them winning 8 games, right? So the division is tough. Here are the road games for the Lions this year. Cleve, are you ready? These are all the road. Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, right? Baltimore, Kansas City, Philadelphia, Commanders, Rams.
All W.
Is that an order? Is that in order? Is that in order of you just threw them out there, or that's in order?
I just threw them out there. I don't know the order. I just threw them out there.
Okay. Reason I'm saying that is because it depends on time of year. Obviously, you don't want to get
Cincinnati.
Chicago.
I forgot
or Green Bay, like in the dead of winter. But if you catch them
we open at Lambeau. So we open at Lambeau.
Oh yeah, well So it's exactly. So it does matter where those games fall on the schedule. Because again,
I'm gonna run through them again one more time. I'm gonna leave out the division. These are the non-division away games, okay? Baltimore, Kansas City, Philadelphia, Commanders, Rams, Bengals.
Okay, Rams, Bengals, Commanders. You guys are beating them. And then it's one more in there that's a win.
Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs.
What's the first 2?
Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs are beatable, bro. Like we saw that last year. Like they were dinking and dunking and they were pulling out. I'm like, how the hell were they winning these games? Ben saying Jesus to the schedule or Jesus to what I'm saying?
No, to the
like which one's that?
Schedule.
Okay.
So
it's that's why I asked about when are these games appearing on the schedule? Because if you're catching Green Bay in September, it's different from catching them in December. Right, they're
on the road in week 1 at Green Bay. That's a win.
Yeah, that's a winnable game. Game.
So Ben makes a good point. He says that must mean we have a home stretch at home towards the end, right? So those games weren't in order. I just have them all memorized. The opponents. The issue with the scheduling this year, where the Lions got really hard done by, it's like they're like the opposite of the 49ers. So first, the Lions play a first place schedule because they won the division. So that's why they end up with like the Chiefs and the Eagles and all that. We also play the AFC North, right? And we get Cleveland and Pittsburgh and Detroit. And we go to Baltimore and Cincinnati.
The Lions have the last
That easily
games on their
could have
schedule
been
are winnable.
flipped. That easily could have been flipped. We could have gone to Pittsburgh and Cleveland and got Cincinnati and Baltimore and Detroit. And that's probably worth like 1.25 more wins in projection.
Maybe.
Right?
The last
You
6
guys think
weeks,
you're not going to
Bulls are-
beat the Cleveland fucking Browns?
No,
Are
we
you
will.
serious?
No, we will.
Oh, I was
But
about to
what I'm
say.
saying is we would beat Cleveland at home in Cleveland on Mars. It doesn't matter. But instead of
Yeah,
beating
you could beat them
Cleveland in
anywhere.
Cleveland, we got Baltimore in Baltimore. And it was just dumb luck. And the same thing happened with the NFC East. We get the Cowboys and Giants in Detroit, and we go to the Commanders and to the Eagles.
Dave, here's their final
Is
8 games.
the Cowboys
Here's their final 8 games. They're at
go
Philly.
for it, Scott?
They're at Philly. They're home against the Giants, home against the Packers, home against the
Win.
Cowboys,
Win.
at the Rams, home against the Steelers, at Minnesota, at Chicago. That I mean,
5-3 or 4-4.
I'll go with the 5-3. Those are winnable games.
I don't think that's the last 8 games are. That's not like a murderer's row of.
Yes,
Yeah, the way you listed it.
Yeah, but that means all those games I listed that you didn't say are in the first 8 games.
Yes.
So are we like 2-6 going into that? That means like at Baltimore, at Kansas City, at Washington are all in the first 8 games. At Green Bay's in there. Like it's a very, 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 very difficult schedule. It's the hardest schedule in the league by far. By far.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm just.
But
saying
watching that team last year, no cap, as the young people say, watching that team last year, bro, that you guys got a solid squad, and barring anybody gets injured, you guys are full throat. You're kicking straight out of a lot of those teams, bro, especially the Chiefs. That's just my take on it. I'm an honorary Lions fan. Scott gave me his
welcome
+1.
aboard, buddy.
Right?
It's
Yes.
it is very, very possible that the Lions are better this year and win 4 fewer games, which would still be 11 wins. But because of that schedule, they could be a better football team. Because remember, the whole entire defense got hurt last year. They could be a better all-around football team and win 4 fewer games this year. 11 would get them in the playoffs. That's why I took plus 200. I needed odds on it. But
Okay.
like it's going to be tough. Like every game this year is going to be a dogfight, except for like Giants at home, which will come on the heels like 4 tough games in a row.
Yeah.
Who's
you
Thanksgiving?
mean
Scott?
you guys
Who
will
do
be
we get for
softened up?
Thanksgiving
It's Cowboys.
is. They're home against the Packers.
It's got to be the Cowboys.
No,
Oh, the Packers.
the Lions
That's
and
the week
Cowboys
after.
each play on Thanksgiving. They won't play each other. The reason I asked who we play on Thanksgiving isn't because I didn't know, because I wanted the segue. Cleve, the Green Bay Packers.
Well done, Dave.
I'm not high on them this year. 9 wins.
9 wins for Green Bay. Last year they went 11-6. Their win total this year is 9.5. Now, by comparison, Cleve, the Lions is 10.5.
Mm.
And that's sort of what I was saying about the Lions real quick. The Lions won 15 games last year. The win total this year is 10.5. That's because of the schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
I think
Yeah.
it's because of the schedule, but I also think there's some baked in. You lost both coordinators, and there's some of that nonsense there.
Yes,
I don't think
you
that's
got
a-
stripped down. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
there's some steam out those sails.
specific to Detroit. I don't think that's a thing. Dave, remember, you were calling for Eric Glenn to be fired 18 games ago.
Yeah. No, it was longer than that. And it was fair.
You were calling for him to be fired after the San Francisco loss.
No, I was calling for him to be fired after he gave up 5 touchdowns to Geno Smith at home in the year Geno won comeback.
Yeah.
But it was week 2.
He's right.
So we didn't know. So when Geno said, when they said they wrote me off, I didn't write back. He was talking about me, right? So by the time that year ended, it was like, oh, giving up 5 touchdowns to Geno in a dome this year wasn't that ridiculous. It's not fireable like it would have
At
been
the
when you first
time.
saw Geno Smith with Pete Carroll, right?
There were lots of people wanting him fired after the loss against the 49ers in the NFC title. There were.
It wasn't me. They lost that game because Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled and the ball bounced off that dude's face mask to Brandon Ayuk. Like,
Yeah. No, I
it
know.
wasn't really anybody's fault.
I'm just saying, I don't know that the Aaron Glenn loss is that big of a deal. And as long as Dan Campbell's in that building as part of the collective group of offensive people, I mean, who was Ben Johnson before he ran into Dan
That's
Campbell?
the engine. Dan's the
So,
engine, bro.
I
But
think
who was I before I ran into Clev? You know, we'll just.
Oh,
So,
man. It's good stuff.
as
It's good to be back.
as all things should be, we spent the time talking about the Packers, talking about the Lions, which is exactly how things should be. Cleve, the Houston Texans.
Oh man, so still high on Stroud, but 7 games.
Very interesting. So
That should
last
be-
year, Houston
That's about
went 10-7, and this year the win total is 9.5.
yeah.
So you're definitely coming in under on the Houston Texans.
Yeah, they're gonna drop 2 somewhere.
I think that's totally reasonable what he's saying.
I
That's
think
a
that
terrible offensive line. It's
it
brutal.
is. It is one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the worst last year. They traded away their 2 good players. So, but they did get rid of PFF Bobby, so that will help because they won't run the ball with Joe Mixon on first and second down every single play. And Joe Mixon is hurt again, so they might not be able to give the ball to Joe Mixon, which will help them because they won't be tempted to give the ball to Joe Mixon.
I can't believe he's still in the
Nick
league.
Chubb.
And so they're going to
Another
look
guy
at
still in the league.
Nick Chubb.
yeah.
Still in
So
the league.
Nick Chubb is on the Texans now, Cleve.
Wow, I missed a lot.
Yeah. But much like J.K.
Wow.
Dobbins, his knees are still on the turf in Cleveland, so I'm not too worried about Nick Chubb. But in the draft this year, Houston traded next year's 3rd rounder to move up into the 4th this year to take Woody Marks out of USC. Woody Marks is one of the
What is
worst
he-
running
what
back
is Woody?
prospects I've ever seen.
Oh God.
He is horrendous.
What is he slow? Is he can't catch?
He-
Like what can't block?
He is slow, and I just said his name out loud, so wherever he is, he just fell over. He has the worst contact
Woody.
balance I've ever seen in my life. Like he gets tackled so easily, it looks like a video game glitch.
Wow.
Or like somebody could use the force. Like if you push air at him fast enough, he'll just blow over. He's not even that light. He just literally cannot keep his feet. But hey, the Texans like him, so he's going to touch the ball a lot.
We'll see.
Okay.
The Indianapolis Colts. Rest in peace, Jim Irsay.
Interesting. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ursay. Party up there, brother.
Yeah.
It
It is lit up there now, let me tell you.
All right.
St. Peter, like, who
I'm
got
trying
all
to
this
think about
powder
it.
in here?
Jesus. I'm trying not to think about the division. I'm thinking, and this is going to be interesting. I'm thinking 7 with a tie. I don't think I've ever said that on the
7
show.
with a tie. That is very interesting. So, Cleve, who will be the starting quarterback for the Colts in week 1?
It's not Richardson?
It might be Richardson. He's in a camp battle. Who is he in a camp battle with?
I'm fascinated.
Don't tell me
with
like
this answer. Fascinated.
Don't tell me like it. Don't tell me it's like Tyrod Taylor or some shit like that. Like
It is some shit like that. Younger, but it is some shit like that.
I can't. Like what? Who is it?
It is Danny Dimes.
Is that like you being fucking for real?
I am.
Wait a minute. You use camp battle. Like you use the word battle. Like he's
They are
trying
in
to
a
beat
battle.
out Danny.
Yes.
He can't beat out Danny Dimes over his
It is a
legs. Can't
true-
run
It is a
80 yards
true camp
on
battle.
a jailbreak.
Giants fan Alex
Wow.
says not 6 wins,
Wow,
make that 5
I got
wins.
nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the legs off that. So yeah, I'm literally gonna drop maybe 2 wins off what I just told you. I gotta take 2.
Do you want to
If
drop
Danny
it to
Dimes
5?
starting quarterback, 2 wins off. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna drop it down to
If
5.
that's a thing, if you guys being real, yeah, we're gonna take two off that.
Daniel Jones is my 4th highest drafted quarterback in fantasy. This is because he is cheap and he runs. That's it. He's cheap and he runs. So, that's the reason for that. It's not because I think he's particularly good, but he's cheap and he runs. So I'll take that.
If there has to be a bet out there, hold on. There has to be a bet out there that he takes them to the Super Bowl. Like there's a bet somewhere, it's like 1,000 to 1 or whatever that he takes them to the Super Bowl.
You could probably find Daniel Jones Super Bowl MVP posted somewhere right now.
Put Skippy's entire fund on it. College fund.
Continuing in the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, I'm not high on Trevor. I mean, they got Travis Hunter. I don't think it's going to make a difference because the quarterback still has to throw the ball. I'm going to say 6 wins for the Jags.
Cleve says 6. Now, last year they went 4-13, but their win total this year is 7.5. So they are expected to be much better than they were last year, and I think they'll be much better this year. And one of my predictions for the season is that Trevor Lawrence is going to throw for 40 touchdowns in a season. He's never thrown for more than 26.
40? You kidding?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to throw for 40.
Okay.
I think
some of this we're gonna have to have like a running like whiteboard somewhere for this shit. Like seriously.
Yeah, it's called TikTok.
I need to keep track of that.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we were getting like 1,000 views on everything I was posting over the summer. That I posted about the George Pickens trade. We got like 150 views.
No one gives a shit.
And I posted it the day Cowboys training camp opened. Like I saved it for that day. I had a really funny image generated of George Pickens being thrown out of the mansion for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like Jazz, but in his Steelers uniform.
Yeah.
Nothing. No comments. Nothing. I don't know what it is about that one. Just nobody cared about that one.
No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit.
Not in the least. And that got me. I thought it was one of the better ones. So whatever. No accounting for.
They win more than what I gave them. I'll drink a glass of the pool water in the stadium.
Well, I will tell you this. There are 4 teams in that division. Right now, you have Houston winning 7 games, Jacksonville winning 6, and Indianapolis winning 5. That means that almost by default, you have the Tennessee Titans winning the division. So,
I mean, it's the AFC South. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
I'm just saying how the numbers are going to add up. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to do the math, and somebody has to. That's the one that we always like. No one cares about the division. Obviously, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and truthfully, every year there's a team with a really low win total that makes the playoffs. It happens every year.
Well, someone has to go. They have to send a representative from. They have to send someone. So you're picking out the best dog shit that you can.
Yeah, 2 years ago it was the Texans. Last year it was the Commanders. There's always a team with a low predicted win total that does pop up to make to do it. It might as well be Tennessee this year. Paul says I need to hire Jake's son Liam as the social media manager to get those numbers up. You know what? I probably do. I don't know what the child labor laws are out in California.
He could intern. Just be an intern.
That's true.
Yeah.
You put it on his resume.
Yeah, we're established. We're an established pod.
And also, since I'm in Virginia, I could probably get Glenn Youngkin to get me a carve out so I can employ a child. Since I'm in Virginia. So.
Carve out.
Please, the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right. I mean, logic is gonna fail me here, but it I just think that they're fool's gold. I think they're eventually their time is eventually gonna run out, and we kind of see it. And last year they got close to just imploding, just winning bullshit games. 11
like-
games. That's
You said 11?
yeah.
I like the Jets fan calling the Super Bowl runner-ups winning bullshit games and getting lucky.
Look,
I mean, they did
look
win
up
some
their
bullshit
fucking.
games, get lucky. It just
Yeah,
it's really funny.
yeah. No,
It's not like he's
you're-
not saying
you must forget.
Yeah.
You must forget your ranting over the text thread like last year when these games are like you're like, oh my god, like what is that? So yeah, I just they're beatable. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like they're beatable because they edged out some games. Obviously, a win is a win in the NFL. I get that, but when they faced a real team, we saw that.
So, hang on. I missed the question. Sorry, Alex. Brian Thomas Jr. with Travis Hunter is wild. Who's the Jags tight end? It is Brenton Strange is their tight end. He's a third-year player out of Penn State, which means two things. One, he's never going to improve.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
you got to work it in at some point. You got to
because
work Penn
no
State in.
players from Penn State improve in the NFL except for Chris Godwin. But
Oh man,
he's also
so no
already
Saquon.
pretty good. No, Saquon was great.
No Saquon?
Saquon came in fantastic. He is fantastic. Saquon was great at Penn State.
Okay,
He's
I just
great
want to
when he
make
showed
sure
up.
that there's. You said no Penn State. You said
Micah
no.
Parsons,
No,
Abdul Carter is
nil.
going to be great. If they come in great, they're going to be great, but they never get better,
Okay.
right? Except for Chris Godwin. He's the exception that proves the rule. But Brenton Strange is already like a replacement level starter tight end. Think you're Jake Ferguson, Dalton Schultz, Mike Gesicki. Like he'll be fine. He'll put some numbers up, have a couple really good games. It'll be okay.
Great tight end names, by the way. Great tight end
yeah.
names.
It is a good tight end name. Yeah, Kansas City's win total this year is 11.5. So 11 is right there. I think Andy Reid is too good of a coach to look at what happened last year and be like, all right, we're just going to roll with that again. However, Rashee
That's what I'm
Rice
saying. Like
Rashee Rice will be suspended for the first 3 to 6 games this year. Because he just pled guilty to the street. He pled guilty to the street racing from a couple off seasons ago.
What the fuck? Yo, these guys are Jesus. What is it?
Yeah, maybe that was early last off season, but yeah, he was doing like 120 on a freeway in Dallas, caused an accident. Now it's an interesting situation because he's already paid, as I understand it, over $1.5 million in restitution between the criminal and civil cases. And I think the NFL takes into account what you've done to make situations correct in their suspensions. That's my understanding from reading people who know much more about it than I do. I'm thinking he's going to get 4 games.
Was anybody injured?
Yes.
Was anybody
like
injured?
Were injured. I don't know the extent that nobody was killed, or else he'd be in prison with Henry Ruggs. But they fled the scene. There was rumors at first about a gun in the car. Like it was a whole.
And you're saying 4 games for that? You're kidding me?
Because it's going to be between 3 and 6. And
I think he'll get
like
6 and then negotiate it down to 4.
That could be. But I think he's going to end up missing 4 games. Is what he's going to.
Damn.
Alex says Giants over Chiefs 23-20 in week 3. That OL was exposed in the Super Bowl, maybe, but I got bad news about differences between the Giants and the Eagles. It's about 9 wins a year. Oh
my God. Wow.
I will say, I would not be shocked if the Giants defense gives Kansas City some fits. However, the fighting
hurt my neck.
The fighting russet potatoes are not going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's how you know you're getting old. You throw a fake jab online and you hurt your neck.
Dude, I got stories for you turning 51, dude.
gosh.
Like I got to get a running start, bro. Like seriously.
I had to call out of work once because I strained my back trying to recline my lazy boy. I was 28.
Didn't you tear a hamstring
That's
or
not
something
good.
trying to draft on a treadmill or some stuff?
Yes, no, I got 2 calf strains at the same time while drafting fantasy football teams. So I was doing it on a treadmill.
That's epic. That's epic.
Yeah.
Wow. It's good stuff.
Alex says we're the trap game, maybe for the Saints. All right. I'm just kidding. I just love giving Alex a hard time about the Giants. I mean, I sincerely think the Giants are garbage. Will be picking the first next year or second, but They like if
Arch
it's
Manning will not be in next year's draft.
Arch
Dave.
Manning is absolutely going to be in next year's draft. Week 1, he is going to the horseshoe and he's going to put 305 on the defending national champs. And he's
I don't want to
immediately gonna go
derail
top
this
100
because
for it.
we've been going forever. But where is our bets? I won the first bet, right?
No, you switched
Yes,
it to
I
Mike
did.
Tomlin.
No. The first bet was the Eli Manning bet. Don't.
No, you switched it to Mike Tomlin. You got scared and switched it to Mike Tomlin instead.
I did not.
What was
We
Eli Manning?
did.
What, first ballot walk-in?
went
It was
half
first
and
ballot
half and
walk-in
half.
for Eli?
I didn't switch anything. You goof.
Oh, no, you wanted double or nothing. You want double or nothing on Mike Tomlin.
Yes.
That's
So
what it was.
I can't lose anything because I won the first one.
That's what it was. I knew
Yes.
something happened with Mike
Oh
Tomlin.
my God! Would you like to add to this?
No, this is classic Dave bullshit, right? So I get it.
I don't even know what we're betting on, but he said something so ridiculous. I had to.
Arch
What did
Manning.
you say again?
Arch
Okay.
Manning is not going to be a projected top 5 NFL draft pick and just choose to stay at Texas because he can make an extra $6 million when he can make an extra $75 million in 2042 in his 16th year in the NFL.
It's the Manning family, and it's not relevant. It's more about his Dave. I'm telling you, people who like I'm talking about, like the draft people are they're not even evaluating him. He is not going to be in this next draft.
That is
Period.
going to be wrong.
And that,
because
hey,
he
that's
had-
coming from
yeah,
our
are we
resident
gonna
scout
rush?
guy.
We're double or nothing. We're double or nothing.
I'm not saying your
Tomlin
information now is incorrect. I'm saying that on week 1, Texas goes to Ohio State, and he's going to kick the dog shit out of Ohio State. Now, they might lose the game 49-45, but he's going to put up crazy numbers in the shoe against Caleb Downs and the defending champs. And just like that, he's going to jump to the tops of everybody's boards where he should be.
Can we bet on this?
Wow, he's pretty sure, Dave. He's holding a royal flush. Is that right? That's
I mean,
Reference. I don't know. He's got inside money, bro.
I don't know how to handicap that. I don't know what sort of odds I would need. I would certainly need odds given how sure you are.
Well, it's not like you're not pretty damn sure about what you're saying.
Exactly, bro. Stand on it.
I'm predicting that Arch Manning, who's an elite level prospect, will leave college to go to the NFL when it's appropriate. But we have
that's not what you said.
No, you said next year. You said next
it will
year.
be this year.
You said
That's what I'm saying. It will be this year.
Well, I'm sorry,
Like-
2020.
Like, you guys do realize that if he is at all good and they win like 11 games, which they're going to, he's going to win the Heisman Trophy, right? He is Arch Manning. Like, this is going to happen. The Saints are going to have the first overall pick. The Manning family will send him directly to New Orleans. What, Tyler Shuck is going to hold on to that job?
I don't know.
And if the Saints have the first pick, the Giants will have the first pick. You think Uncle Eli doesn't want to follow him into New York?
What if the Browns have the first pick, Dave?
He's going back to Texas.
They're gonna.
Hey,
It's like, fuck that.
all right, let's
Wow.
move. We'll address this in a few weeks.
Yep. I like this one though. That's
I
good
can't-
stuff.
I can't
Make
remember
that bet
how-
happen, guys.
I can't even read my own
I
handwriting.
apologize. We spent 20 minutes on that nonsense. And
That is quite right. Cleve, Las Vegas Raiders.
We're halfway through. We've been on for
Ooh.
2 hours.
They still got
and
Minshew
50
at the helm.
No,
But they
their
got,
quarterback is Geno Smith,
Is Geno at the helm now?
and their head coach
Minshew's
is
back
Pete
up.
Carroll.
Hey, they drafted Ashton Janty, baby. He is.
Wait,
gonna go
whoa! You
off.
serious?
Yes.
Pete Carroll, gum chewing Pete Carroll's back in the league.
Yes,
Yeah.
the gum assassin himself is the head coach of
How
the
did I
Las
miss
Vegas
that?
Raiders.
And that
Wow.
offense suddenly looks
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Brock
Genty's a
Kobe
good,
Myers, Ashton
prospects.
Janty, Geno Smith. Yeah.
Well, since they have a veteran quarterback at the helm, that's kind of okay. So if the Chiefs are getting 11, Raiders 9.
9 for the Raiders. Their win total this year is 6.5. So you are a little hot on the Raiders. However, I don't think that's crazy. I can see the Raiders winning some games that surprise us, and they end up with as a 9-10 win team, sneak into the playoffs that sort of thing, and they're going to be fun. And also, here's a bet, Scott.
Uh-oh.
In full PPR, not tight end premium, but in full PPR, Brock Bowers will be a top 3 point scoring skill position player, not counting quarterback.
I would never. I'm not taking that bet. He should go off. Like he is going to go bananas.
Oh, I thought I had a bet. Oh, I thought I had
bananas.
Best
People are going to be
name
stacking
for
the
a
box
tight
and trying to
end.
stop Janty,
Brock
and Bowers
Bowers.
is just going to eat.
Yeah, Brock Bowers last year, Clev set the NFL reception record for a rookie, not a rookie tight end. For a rookie, he broke Puka Nakua's record.
Wow, that's good company to be in.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I'm just going to quickly run through Brock Bowers. He is from Northern California, gets recruited to go play football at Georgia. Georgia does not need to go to Northern California to find players. That's like a dead giveaway. Like DeAndre Swift is from North Philadelphia, went to Georgia. We're like, that guy's going to be good. Brock Bowers shows up as a true freshman tight end, as a true freshman, sophomore, and junior, led the SEC in YAC. Not for a tight end. For anybody.
For a receiver.
For anybody.
Damn.
He iced Ladd McConkey in that offense. Ladd McConkey was a second-round pick last year. Is now the clear-cut number 1 on the Chargers.
And is probably a top 10 dynasty player.
Yes, and Brock Bowers iced him out of the offense at Georgia.
He made him useless.
Brock Bowers is on a otherworldly track as a tight end. All-time receptions, all-time yards, all-time touchdowns, like clear cut, like we argue about, like Jerry Rice level, like the Jerry Rice of tight ends.
And the selection of Janty helps him. It
absolutely
does. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like Brock Bowers is absolutely him. I mean, and so that's going to be crazy. Alex is saying Raiders get 5 wins. They play the NFC North and NFC West. Well, the NFC West, they can win all 4 of those games. NFC North will be tougher. But if they catch the Bears at home, they could get that. Final team here, I believe, in that division, Cleve, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Well, you're Harbaugh. Harbaugh. 10 games.
10 games.
Cleve is on his game right now.
He is. Their win total this year is 9.5.
Yeah.
So you are right
locked
on
in,
it.
buddy. Locked in.
Nothing in front of me, bro. Not knowing, like having to think about the other 3 teams in the division, like have to like cycle that really quickly.
Yeah.
And remember, because someone has to win the division. So yeah, try not to have a tiebreaker anywhere. So yeah.
But here's something interesting. You have the Chiefs winning 11, Chargers winning 10, Raiders winning 9, Broncos winning 8. So you have them very glummed up close together, which means they probably split a lot with each other and then win a bunch outside of the division. So whatever teams need to play the AFC West probably would be coming in under in this case.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is off the top of my head, but whoever it is, like if this were to play out like this, those divisions playing them are probably coming down some. The Los Angeles Rams. Remember, Cooper Kupp is gone, but they replaced him with Devontae Adams.
See, Devontae's on that. He's become one of those guys now. He's like mercenary, pack it up and go anywhere, whatever. And he hasn't been the same guy since Green Bay, I think. I'll give him 7 games.
Last year, Devontae Adams had 85 catches for 1,063 yards and 8 touchdowns on the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about his Jets campaign. Like he was just useless.
Oh, was that the Jets? Was he on the Jets last year? That's what he did on the Jets. It was last
Yeah.
year. Whatever it was last year. That's what he
He
did.
was on the
1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 85 catches.
He got 1,000 yards on the Jets last year, and I'm a Jets fan. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. He got 1,000
can
fucking
still
yards
run
last
route.
year.
He is still a absolute technician.
Yes, he is a
Devontae,
third
my
round pick
apologies,
in
good
fantasy.
sir.
So
Good
does that
sir,
make you
my
want to adjust
apologies.
your
I
number
just,
at
I
all
just
for the
thought,
Rams?
yeah. Given historical data, I would give him an extra 3 games on top of what I just said.
So what number do you got for him?
What did I say?
9?
What did you write? Huh?
I did. I was looking up Devontae Adams.
9 plus 3 is 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'll give him three more games.
Alex says 11. Let's see their
Hang on.
win total. Their win
We all
total
have
this year.
to just kind of measure ourselves here. If Stafford's hurt, none of this matters. Stafford is currently injured and has some back stuff, and he's week to week.
Who's their backup?
Oh, see,
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Isn't he a
no,
Raider?
then
I don't know.
No, you're right. He is. He's a Ram. He's a Ram.
All right, so then take 3. If Stafford is hurt, then take the 3 off.
Take the 3 off. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, take the 3 off.
Perfect.
See,
It's 9
thank
to
you,
12.
Scott, for the immaterial, the shit that I don't know.
Okay.
I don't got
9 to
nothing in
12,
front of me,
baby.
but I need to know shit like that.
The Miami Dolphins.
You guys recognize we're only through the M's, right?
Yeah, but most of the teams are earlier than this. We're more than halfway through. I'm looking at all the teams in order. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an hour and 20.
Yeah, I was playing for an hour 30.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
I'm going to be.
Okay. All right. The Dolphins, 8 games.
Yes, Dolphins winning 8 games. Won 8 games last year. The win total is 7.5 this year. He is right on it once again. I think Mike McDaniel will be the first coach fired this year.
About time.
Clev, if Tua gets hurt,
Yeah.
game for the Dolphins.
Is
Remember,
it like
this
Mason
is the thing.
Rudolph or
Every
some
time
shit
Tua
like
gets
that?
hurt, the team goes to shit because they never have a good backup quarterback. So they finally address it this year. If Tua gets hurt, what backup comes to the game to save the day?
So it ain't Mason Rudolph then. Is it like a journeyman like Minshew or some shit like that?
It is way
is it?
worse than Gardner Minshew.
I wrote him a letter one day.
Who is it?
It is Zach Wilson.
Suspense is killing me.
He's disgusted.
Wow. I got nothing. I got Zachy boy.
The Minnesota
Ghosts out
Vikings.
there.
Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota. The Darnold show continues. 10 games.
The Darnold show
Darnold
does
show
not continue.
continues.
Sam Darnold is gone.
It's JJ McCarthy's
He's gone?
team now, buddy. Yeah.
Oh,
They let him walk.
7
Darnold's in
games.
Seattle.
7 games. I missed a lot.
7
7. I would
games.
say 7. I
Also,
don't-
Jordan Addison will be getting a 3-game suspension as he pled guilty to his driving under the influence. He fell asleep in his car in the middle of a public roadway.
Was he drunk?
Yes.
Yeah. Usually that'll do it.
Yeah.
All right.
So that
Sure.
going for them. I think Scott and I are both a lot higher on Minnesota than you are, but we'll get more into that as we
I don't know
discuss.
that I am. I mean, it's still McCarthy. I think McCarthy could be awesome. And I think he will be, but that doesn't mean it happens in year 1.
Did Darnold walk because of money?
No,
or
walk-
years, like
Because they
contract?
were telling him he was done there.
Yeah.
It's JJ's team.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
bullish for JJ McCarthy. They were like, Sam, you won us 14 games, GTFO. Like,
Yep.
That is crazy work, bro. That is crazy.
shout out to the president of Matty Ice Media, Matty Ice himself, the New England Patriots.
Oh, new coach. Fabral's in the building. Already 7 games.
I had already written down 7 before you said it.
Yeah,
Their win
7
total
games.
this year is 7.5, despite winning 3 games last year. So they are expected to take a huge leap in the win-loss column this year. Who is their current wide receiver 1, Cleve?
Is it Diggs?
It is.
Is it
Stephon Diggs is the current wide receiver 1 in New England. The New Orleans Saints.
Oh man, I'm gonna look at 5 games. 5 games for them. That
5 for
sounds
the
about
Saints. I'm
on
pretty sure their
brand.
win total is 4.5. I think they have the lowest. Let me double check.
Again, Cleve is just dialed in.
They actually have
You
a
have to be
6.5.
studying this.
No. I'm
Like all
from
day
now
at
on we do
work.
it this way because I can't, because I don't have the divisions, we're not going down the divisions.
Mhm.
You have to think about the team, and then okay, I said something like 4 people ago, so thinking about what they did last year, thinking about who's the quarterback, personnel, stuff like that. So yeah, I actually like this version of this. This is one of our favorite parts of the year. This is like our opener. So
Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
go ahead, Dave.
Cleve, if you could tell me who the starting quarterback is for the Saints right now, we'll Venmo you $10 American. Oh
shit! Damn. It ain't Carr. Is Carr still in the league?
He retired.
Carr can't still win. Yeah, I was like, he can't still in the league. I have no fuck. I'm deer in the headlights right now.
It's either
Scott,
Spencer Rattler-
what's his name? How many years has he been in the league, and how old is he?
how many. It's Tyler Shock, possibly. Although he's not.
I have
taking
no
first
idea
team
who
reps
that
right
is.
now. He's a rookie from. Is it Louisville? Should know
He's
this.
a rookie from Louisville.
He's 20. He's like 44 years old. No, he's
Da-
like 26, I think. 26
He
or
is
27.
26.
Yeah. But there's Jake Hayner there. I believe it's Jake Hayner. And he's taking some first team reps.
Bet it's
but
the best
Spencer
part of the year, bro.
Rattler is still there. It's ugly.
So they have Jake Hayner, Spencer Rattler, and Tyler Shuck. And I believe it is pronounced Shuck, like shucking corn.
Yeah.
Rattler's the only one I know on that list. I don't know the other 2 guys. So.
Yeah.
Chuck has a big arm, and he's a respectable level thrower. Whether or not he can play whether or not he can play quarterback in the NFL is to be determined. But they took him in round 2, so they,
Cleve, if we were casting somebody to play a quarterback in a shitty movie about football, we would definitely cast Tyler Shuck.
Wow.
Absolutely looks
Not
the
Scott
part.
Bakula.
Absolutely looks the part.
Like Rob Johnson and on the old
Yes.
Bills. Robo.
Todd Marinovich.
Looks like a quarterback.
Yes.
It looks like it.
can rip it.
Tyler Shuck is 26 years old. He does not have more than 5,000 total career passing yards in college.
Damn.
He's been
Not
around.
the season.
And then total. Wow.
Add all his years up. Yes.
So he's Dan Orlovsky.
Tyler Shuck at Louisville. I want to make sure I have this right. I believe he was roommates with Juwan Johnson.
And he's been in the NFL for
Damn.
what? 4 years?
Or more.
5?
I might have the name wrong. I think Johnson went Penn State to Oregon. There is somebody.
How do these guys make it to the league? How does he how do a guy like that make it to the league? Like, think of the thousands of guys that try to get in the league every year, and this guy got a spot somewhere. That's crazy.
And here's the thing: he was a second-round pick, knowing he was going to start right away. Shador went in the 5th.
That's
So Tyler
wow.
Shock was 2018 Oregon, 2019 and 2020 at Oregon. Then he played 3 years at Texas Tech and really didn't play much. And then he had one final year at Louisville. And he has 7,820 total yards, 59 touchdowns. What does he have for
in
picks?
like 8 years of
23
football? Shit.
7 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Played in college for 7
insane.
years. Yeah.
That's
Right.
insane, bro. Maxed out the eligibility, bro.
Yes. So he was roommates at Oregon with Juwan Johnson, who was drafted in 2020 in the draft where they went around the different living rooms because of the pandemic, right? Juwan Johnson was drafted in 2020. He was roommates with this guy at Oregon.
Wow.
Crazy.
The New York Giants. Alex says 15 games.
He did
Alex,
not.
I'm sorry, brother. The New York Giants, 6 games.
You and
Sorry, man.
Alex wrote no less than 15,000 words the other day on our little Facebook Messenger thing. I have finally caught up. Wow.
Here's the very TLDR of my argument with Alex. My argument is Russell Wilson sucks. So I win the argument. Alex's argument is that the Giants' defense is going to be really good this year and will steal them a couple more games than people think. Alex half wins the argument. The defense will be good and it won't matter because the offense is going to score 8 points a game.
I think, Alex, I think Gentry's going to have a day on you guys, bro. If he's any of what he was at Boise, he's going to have a day on you guys.
Cleve said 6. The win total is 5.5. Cleve is right on it again. All right, Cleve, here we go. The New York Jets. New York Jets.
Yeah, we're 7 win every year. We're 7 wins, bro. 7 wins.
He just doesn't want to be hurt again, so it's going to be 7.
I think the Jets win.
Yeah, I just go with what's expected.
It's 5.5. My goodness. So the Jets and Giants are both expected to win 5.5 games.
Alex is actually closer than I was.
Archman,
we'll see who defends MetLife, brother. I'll take them.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
I think they repeat. So 14.
14. That's as many as the one last year. The win total this year is 11.5. So that's pretty close to being right there. I think they're going to do good again. However, I don't think they're going to be winning every single game by 3 touchdowns at halftime. I think Hurts will have to throw more, which will hurt them. Not a ton. Like, he can't pass, but it will hurt them. But I think A.J. Brown is going to have a career year this year. Wow. That's a tough one for me. I think A.J. Brown's going to just go absolutely insane this year.
Would you guys, and this is just a quick sidebar, what you guys think about Cam's comment about Jalen being like having more than he had less? Like,
Cam Newton Cam Newton's is 5 times the quarterback Jalen Hurts is, and I love Jalen Hurts. Cam Newton.
No, it's saying no. I'm not saying his rookie campaign was one for the ages. What I'm saying is that he's saying that Jalen's success is predicated on the talent around him. Like he's saying that he drug guys into a Super Bowl, which roster to roster. Yes, he can say that, but Cam cost them their Super Bowl. To me, he didn't dive on the fumble. So
I think that Jalen Hurts tied for the league lead in rushing touchdowns last year and was second the year before because he is uniquely qualified to run that tush push play with his 600-pound squat. And I think that his ability to scramble and be a threat in the run game has allowed for Saquon to do what Saquon did as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think
you got to key on different guys.
Right. I don't think that Jalen Hurts is going to the Hall of Fame as a quarterback.
No, but he's a damn good quarterback.
I think Jalen Hurts and Donovan McNabb are almost the same person.
The currency, he wins another Super Bowl, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He wins another one, whether it's next year or 10 years from now, whatever. Super Bowl currency matters, bro. I'm telling you, that matters. You brought a championship to that city, whether your roster was loaded or not.
Sure. If he wins another Super Bowl, he'll go to the Hall of Fame. Jalen Hurts is not going to the Hall of Fame because he's not winning another Super Bowl. But he is a fantastic quarterback, and he's fantastic at exactly what he does. He is the athletic version of Jared Goff, right? He knows what he does,
Okay.
and he does what he does really well. But he is not as good as Cam Newton. And if you put Cam Newton on that Eagles team last year, they probably go undefeated.
Cam, but Cam's not a Hall of Famer either. If you're saying Jalen's not, then Cam's not a Hall of Famer.
No, Cam's not either. Didn't play long enough. But just in terms of pure talent, I mean, Cam is.
So what makes Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? Because it is the two chips. Take away the two chips, he's nothing.
I don't
Take
think
away
he's
those
a Hall of Fame.
and one
I
of
would
them,
not put Eli Manning
and
in
one
the
of
Hall
them
of Fame.
because who he beat.
I don't think Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame. He will be because he has 2 titles. His name is Manning.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like that shit.
Brady.
If he
Right.
if Jalen wins another title, he goes. He's a Hall of Famer.
I
If he wins
agree
another
with you.
title, he's a
I
Hall of Famer.
agree with you. And Jalen Hurts will not go to the Hall of Fame because he will not win another Super Bowl. Because the AFC teams are going to win the majority of them going forward.
Except for the ones the Lions win.
Yes, except for the one 2 years ago, the Lions should have won.
What point is that, Alex?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just want to know why he says proves Cleve's point.
Yeah, again, I'm completely with you. If Jalen Hurts wins in the Super Bowl, he will go to the Hall of Fame. He just isn't
any
going.
quarterback with if you could put Rodgers in there with one Super Bowl, and you can put in
Rodgers
has
isn't
one?
going because of one Super Bowl. Rodgers is going because he's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Like, I mean, the man is insane.
So it's
Played at that high level for a long time.
Yes, he's like a 4-time MVP. He's Dan Marino with a ring. Like he's in.
I will always stand on, especially in the NFL. Out of all the other sports, titles matter. Titles matter. So
yes, and in the most team game that there is.
if you're that great of a talent, you should have more than one Super Bowl, dude. He should have 4. He's on that
people,
like Montana tier.
Speaking of people who won't be going to the Hall of Fame because they're not going to win another Super Bowl, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh man, this is the okay. So 2 things. If Tomlin has another winning season, then you have to admit that he's a first ballot walk-in with what's been going on over there. And I don't think, huh?
Nothing.
No, Scott, you already know what it is, bro. I'm thinking 5 wins, and obviously Thompson he's gonna prove me wrong, but 5 wins. I don't think Rodgers is the guy anymore. He's just shell of himself. So
their win total, Cleve, is 8.5.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Then you have to tell me that
He traded
Mike
for
Tomlin
DK
is a
Metcalf.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
They drafted Caleb Johnson.
Yeah.
There's good vibes around that. They have remade that offensive line in one off season. It's just an Arthur Smith thing. They traded for Jonnu Smith. They still have Pat Freiermuth. Roman Wilson might emerge out of nowhere. Who knows? They could make some things happen on offense.
So then, given some of that, I'll give him 7 wins. I'll give him 7 wins.
We're gonna go up to 7.
I forget.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because I gave Baltimore and Cincinnati some love, so I got to give them some love.
Hang on 1 second, Cleve. You're having a Wi-Fi issue. Give me 1 second here. I don't know if just taking him out and then adding him back will help if it's with him. Cleve, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, but you're lagging. You're lagging quite a bit. But we got you.
Okay.
San Francisco. 3 teams left. San Francisco. 5 teams left. San Francisco.
San Fran 8 games.
Cleve says 8. I say 13. Their win total is 10.5. Same as the Lions.
Oh. Purdy got his money.
Yeah, I think that, and the thing is, so the 49ers finished last in their division last year because everybody got hurt. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL. It's the inverse of Detroit.
Yeah, but McCarthy's cooked. I don't think he's I'm sorry, McCarthy. McCaffrey's cooked. I don't think he's the same guy. I think he's done.
Well, that'll be very important. If he isn't good, they still have Isaac Guerrero and Jordan James there as well. I don't doubt they're going to be able to run the ball. I think San Francisco is going to win a boatload of games this year, and they get demolished by the first good team they play in the playoffs. But I think
that's why I said 8 games.
this year what the Vikings did last year, basically.
Okay.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Don't know much of what's going on with them because Geno's out. So
their quarterback is Sam Darnold. They traded away DK Metcalf and cut Tyler Lockett.
And brought on Cooper Kupp.
Oh wow.
And signed Cooper Kupp.
Wow. 7 games. I'm not high on them at all.
And their win total is 7.5. You're right on there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Baker Mayfield and the guy with no 5 o'clock shadow, Todd Bowles. 10 games.
10 games. Their win total is 9.5. DK has all these complicated models to make these lines. They could just ask Clev on a random Wednesday. Save a whole bunch of money. 2 teams left, including what's going to be a very interesting one here, given what you saw about the other teams in the division, the Tennessee Titans.
Man, oof. 7 games.
Okay.
Tennessee, 7 games.
So here's the thing. Mathematically, you just said no team from that division is going to the playoffs, which is impossible. So pick one. Pick one. Titans, Texans, Jaguars, Colts. Who's going to the playoffs?
I'm gonna take the Titans.
Then we're going to bump them up to 9.
Okay.
We'll give them a 9-win, win the division, and host the second place team in the AFC North. They'll host the Chargers or the Bengals and get obliterated. And finally, our local team, Cleve, the Washington Commanders.
I mean, they were like you guys last year. They were a couple games away, very close.
1 game away.
Yeah. The fact that they haven't re-signed, unless I missed something, you guys can let me know. Unless they re-sign, McLaurin is not signed, right? So Debo's the number 1 right now.
Yep.
So Debo's the number 1. So given that information, I'm gonna give them 9 games.
9 games for the Commanders, and their win total is 9.5.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
You had a day.
What? Yeah, have a day. That's really
300
good.
yarder, bro. Threw for 300 yards today.
Yeah, that's just like Arch is going to do against Ohio State in the horseshoe. So yeah, that was fantastic, and I also like that you have Tennessee winning the division because, as we've seen every year, some team that should suck pops up and is good. Now Alex thinks it'll be the Giants.
Let it go.
Ben says we're not calling them the Commanders anymore, which is hilarious. And the last thing I want to end here with is, Scott, I know we're almost out of here, but I do want to end this. Now, I'm going to ask a question. Do not answer out loud. Don't even answer in the chat. Just answer in the chat. Answer in your own brains. Scott Cleve, answer this in your own brains, okay? Don't answer out loud. When the Epstein files get revealed, and if it turns out there is exactly and only one NFL owner in the files, who is it? Answer to yourselves. Follow-up question. Why did we all think Jerry Jones?
I did not.
I thought Jerry Jones. It's the MO. It's the MO, dude. Like
Now I want to be very
Jerry
clear.
Jones.
I do not in any way think it is all likely that Jerry Jones is in those files. I don't think it's likely at all. I'm not saying that. I'm not alluding to that. I'm not alleging that. I'm nothing along those lines.
Yeah.
Do not
Yeah,
sue me or Cleve or Scott or Mad Ass Media. I'm not saying that. I am saying that everybody except for
You have
Scott
to pick a guy.
thought
Who
Jerry Jones, which says something about
Scott?
the man.
Did you have? Did you have Kraft?
No, I didn't have Kraft. I thought Jim Irsay.
Oh, even though he's deceased,
No,
he could still be there, like Stephen Hawking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Jim was alive, yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? That wasn't a bad. I don't know why I didn't go with that,
Well,
but Jerry came to mind because of
20 years
because
ago.
Jerry's already been caught in situations like that at parties and stuff. You kind of see him with the younger chicks or whatever. So yeah, I mean, again, we're just throwing this around. What is it? If the Jets. I don't think Woody. I don't think Woody even has like any kind of partying in him.
His name is Woody Johnson.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Wow.
Paul,
Woody.
okay.
Wow.
Paul thought Dan here.
Yeah,
actually,
that's one of the ones that went through my brain too.
Yeah, which actually,
damn,
yes, he was still an owner, but.
No. I mean, no. Given that it was the time frame was in the past, yes, this is all viable stuff.
Okay,
wow. Like you think about the way that he specifically treated the cheerleaders. There was some shenanigans.
Oh man, yeah, that's yeah. That's first ballot. He's a first ballot.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a good question.
Okay, just to be clear, we have no inside knowledge that any NFL owner will find themselves in these files whenever they do eventually get released. But I just thought it was a very interesting thought exercise to go through. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're a little longer than normal this week, but this is always one of our most fun episodes of the year. Scott, final words.
None.
Clev, final words.
It's good to be back with you guys. Looking forward to a great season. So
echoed.
No, I've been out a while.
Echoed. And we will be back next Thursday night because we'll be in New Jersey, home state of Mr. Clev, next Wednesday. So next Thursday night we'll be back discussing the AFC and NFC East. We may or may not be joined by Scott. We may or may not be joined by Matty Ice himself. But Clev and I will be here. So we'll see everybody next week. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Paul,
thanks, guys.
Alex, Ben, everybody
Always
watching,
fun.
appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and all you guys have. Share the video, comment on the YouTube if you want. Every little bit, anywhere helps. Share the TikToks, like the YouTube shorts. Share the YouTube shorts. All that stuff really helps. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next week. Peace.